Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me today. As always, it's great to come in back at you with a brand new video. Always good when we can jump on something new. And of course, as always, big up to all of you guys that are supporting over on the FYM Patreon. If you want to come on board, just come to patreon.com/FYM Productions Media. Now, speaking of Patreon, I did have one of my patrons, Mr. Matthew Wilkes. He submitted another one to get featured. Now, this is another one from the Enigma division, and this one is called Kaleidoscope. Did really enjoy the last one that we did from this band, and being progressive metal, that's not exactly a genre I always really sort of hunt out. So it's always an interesting one to check these sorts out, because you never know exactly what my reaction is going to be. But as always, I will give a full honest review, so I'm looking forward to jumping on this. If you do dig the music from the Enigma division, please do be sure to follow them on all of their social media. Now, I do believe this one is taken, I think it's from their debut album. I had a look on Spotify, can't see anything else from them, so yeah, if you dig this, go and check it out. Let's jump on it, guys. This is the Enigma division with Kaleidoscope. Here we go. Here we go. No music video for this, just an audio. Crank that fucking bass up. That is dirty, man. Ooh, well, that's nice, man. Kind of has a slight Tesseract vibe to it. Definitely pleasurable to listen to this. One thing I do like with progressive metal is you always know it's going to lead us somewhere, so it's exciting to see what does happen. Back in with that dirty bass. Do really love these vocals. Predicting a solo at some point has to be. Great drum work on this. Frankly, it just sounds flawless so far. Crazy timings here. I'd struggle to play that myself personally on drums. Definitely really bring a really cool soundscape with this stuff. Oh, there we go. Oh, I like that. Here it comes. Tight as hell. There we go. Dude! That almost sounds like something from that you'd hear like on the Doom soundtrack. Vocals just absolutely perfect. See, these are the sections that I look for. Love this. Alright guys, so that was the Enigma division with Kaleidoscope. Now overall, I would say I did enjoy this somewhat to a degree. Now for me personally, and this is always going to be a thing, I know progressive metal generally does tend to be a little bit longer, but for me it's usually anything past the 5-minute mark. Honestly, when I see that as a song length, it's like, oh man, please, does it really need to be that long? But I completely get it. I'm very much used to songs that are like 5 minutes or less. I mean, we even get some channel. I've done some songs on the channel that are like 2.5 minutes long. That is literally just a personal preference. Whether that's down to like my attention span or something, I don't know. Generally speaking, as much as I did enjoy this, if it had been something I've been listening to sort of like just in my own time, I probably wouldn't have gone all the way through, and that's purely because after like 5 minutes my attention does start to like to wander a little bit. But that's just literally down to personal preferences. Now musically speaking, yet again, this band has really delivered on this. I do find that like the opening riff section, obviously it does progressively change, but I did find for like probably a good sort of, probably the first sort of half of the song, I felt like I was sort of like ready for the next section. And again, it's always probably going to be down to that progressive metal isn't something that I actively search out. It's definitely not my preferred genre. It's definitely something I can appreciate though. Now, vocally, absolutely outstanding. I cannot fault the vocals by this band at all. I mean, you can't really fault them musically, because for what they are doing, I would say that they are doing it to their... It's just right up there. You kind of hear it, and it sounds like a group of guys that have done... they've produced some music that they've just worked on for absolute years, and to say, I do believe this is like their debut album, so to say that they're bringing out quality like this on their debut is that's really a massive compliment from me. I mean, I'd hazard a guess, in music like this, you can't just start out doing progressive metal and not being at your absolute A game. You really do need to, with this type of music writing, composition. Would that be the correct word? I don't know. Now, there's a lot of layering on this. There's like a big soundscape sort of like underneath it, and I do really like what's added in there. Any sort of electronic element that's added into music, I do always really enjoy. Now, lyrically speaking, this was a really interesting lyric that I did pull from this song. Matt was very kind and did send me the lyrics for this. I don't know, he probably had to get them from the band. I don't know if they're like publicly available online or anything. So one thing I did really like, there was a section where it says, neon blue memories, a tie-dye swirling entity. Look inside, give birth to new ideas, change your mind as you adjust the lens. So I think that's in reference to always trying to adapt to any changes in life, whether that's, you know, new goals that you're trying to achieve that might be slightly out of the norm for what you're doing, and it's all about growth, I think. And with the track being called Kaleidoscope, I think it's like seeing things in lots of different colours, but adjusting to it and just like moving forward. That'd be my personal take on it. Would I listen to this one again? Probably not, to be perfectly honest with you. But that's not because it's not a good release. It's purely because this particular style of music, the tracks for me can sometimes be a little bit too long. And as I said, as regards to my attention span with music, that's probably it. But I don't want the band to feel that this is not like a bad review. It'd be I don't know. I think it's just literally down to not being fully sort of into the progressive side of things. I still enjoy it, but I kind of feel like I prefer smaller sort of like bite-sized pieces, I guess. I guess if there was a track that was like 4 minutes long, I'd be like, yeah man, that's cool. But it is a little bit too long for me. But that's just my personal thoughts on the matter. But it was really cool to check the band out today. If you do dig the music from Enigma Division, please do be sure to follow them on all their socials. I'll make sure it is all dropped down below. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all in the next one, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.